The big question: would you buy to let, buy to live, or does Leeds need more investment before you even think about it? Right, let's have a butchers and see what I go on. This is an auction property. Always read the legal pack. As well as auction fees, you may have additional costs and other property problems. Today, we are viewing a freehold, back-to-back, mid-terrace house, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. The on-street parking is free and there is a small yard at the front of the house. From Leeds train station, it is a 10-minute drive, 13 minutes for the cyclists, 25 minutes on the bus and a 5-minute walk to the bus stop. There is no storage in this property. The EPC rating is a C, which is absolutely great, fantastic start. The house is 68 square meters. This is a standard size living room for a back-to-back. The property is being sold directly by a housing association. We don't know if they are reducing their stock or selling this property as a one-off, but the tenants have moved out and now the property is being sold. The buyer premium, what the buyer needs to pay the seller, there is no buyer premium on this property. That's absolutely great. New windows were installed circa 2017, but there is no fencer certificate. There is an asbestos report dated June 2019 and an asbestos survey dated the 12th of July 2019. There is an electrical certificate dated the 1st of July 2019, so that needs addressing as electrical certificates are updated every 5 years. There is a gas certificate dated the 12th of June 2024, so that needs addressing as gas certificates are updated every year. This is the best kitchen ever. Work with me, people, work with me. If you follow the channel and have seen the reviews on back-to-backs, or if you are familiar with the back-to-back housing stock in Leeds, you will know that the kitchens are struggling for space. But look at the size of this. This is a kitchen diner. In similar layouts, I have seen the kitchen in the living room. So if you know them ones where you have your dinner on your lap or a folding tray, if you imagine the kitchen in the living room, by the time you have put your 3-seater sofa in there, a coffee table, maybe a side table, there is no more room. Plus other bits and pieces will be taking up space like a mop and bucket, your trolley, hoover, veggie stand, fridge, freezer, and it's a long day for people who have a lot of stuff. But here we have a whole kitchen diner. I've never seen such a big kitchen in a 1-bed back-to-back. You can have a 1-seater dining table or a 4-seater dining table. You can have one of those big American fridges or a separate fridge and freezer. There is also a separate entrance to the kitchen. There is decent cupboard space and work surfaces for a single person, and you can put up some shelves on the wall. Not all back-to-backs have the opportunity to go into the basement. The last 1-bed back-to-back house review video is linked at the end. Okay. Let's address the big issue. The elephant in the room. Yes, the house is in Beeston. Lots of people have an opinion on Beeston. Some patches of Beeston are rough, and soft patches of Beeston are calm. You need to do your research and find out the ratio of owner-occupiers to renters, and of the renters, what is the ratio of working to DSS. Let's go upstairs. You know, it's not very often you get a one-bed house over 3 floors, so I really do like this property. Really like it. There is a loft, but there are no pull-down ladders. First-time buyers, what are you thinking? I'm thinking buy, absolutely buy. Cross your fingers and hope this house comes within our budget. This is an ideal first-time buyer house. It's spacious, it's a freehold property, so there's no messing around with your ground rents and service charges and leases, and is it EWS1 compliant? Standard bathroom, most back-to-backs have. If you're thinking about having children in the future, or you like a good old soak in the bath, leave the bath. Alternatively, if you don't want children and dislike taking baths, you could fit an amazing double shower and really go to town on the refurb. Landlords, leave the bath in. Children need a bath, and you never know, your future tenants might be a couple with a child. This house is affordable and exactly what our channel first-time buyers are looking for. On a mortgage rate of 6%, the monthly payments are, based on the guide price, £350. The council tax is band A, which is £1,440.60 for the financial year 2025 to 2026. As a single person, there is a 25% discount, but you would need to call council tax and have a discussion with them. The house does need a refurb, new kitchen, bathroom, possibly boiler, etc. But as long as the property falls within our budget, we can afford it. Taking into account there is an auction fee, solicitor's fee, a broker fee to pay, and there is no stamp duty. As an auction property, our money needs to be patterned from the start. The solicitor is already instructed and has read the legal pack. We have a report. We're happy with what the report says. The mortgage in principle is on lock, and your mortgage broker has mentioned bridging finance just in case. So we're just well aware, and we have that as a backup if anything is anything. So we are going to bid and we are ready for this. We are in the bedroom and we can fit a nice double bed, wardrobe and chest of drawers, and space for maybe a little desk and chair. Landlords, we are up north. Do you think you will get a 10% gross yield on this property? This property is in the selective license area of Beeston, so if you're going to let it out to an AST tenant, you would need a license. I have had a sneaky peeky at Leeds City Council website, and this is what it says about selective licensing, so you would need to keep checking the website for any updates. Looking at rentals, what are one beds in the local area on the market for? Looking at short-term rentals in the local area, how much can we charge per night for 4 guests? Let's do the Jim Jam test. Is a local shop close enough to pop in our Jim Jams on a Sunday morning? Looking at sales, what are one beds in the local area on the market for? What can we take away from this review? Properties like this is what we discuss on the channel. Single people on the minimum wage getting onto the property ladder. Now, whether or not you would live in Beeston is a different story. Whether or not you would live in Leeds is a different story again. But the properties are out there and they are affordable. And we have our shop. There is no sales history for this property. Let's see if the property sold.